On May 14, at the Nebraska Federal Courthouse in Omaha, Nebraska, the U.S. District Judge Robert Rossiter heard a very special case. 31 immigrants from 18 countries became naturalized citizens of the United States of America. Yusufu Bonomale was one of them.
I'm a U.S. citizen today, yes.
How many minutes ago?
Less than 30 minutes ago, yeah.
You are a brand new U.S. citizen.
Brand new U.S. citizen, that is correct.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Can you please tell me a little bit about yourself? Where are you from?
I'm from Zimbabwe, a small town called Kadoma in Zimbabwe. Born and raised there. Came to the United States in 2003. Got married and started the process of citizenship in 2010.
Okay.
And now just getting it in 2021.
Tell me a little bit about the preparation for the citizenship test. When was your test?
My test was in January, and I've prepared for it for more than 5 years, I would say. There's 100 questions, which I probably know them all by heart now. So it's been a very challenging process emotionally, getting ready for it and finally getting to this place. It's been a very, very rewarding process.
And about the test per se, you said that you have been studying and you know it by heart.
Yes.
Was it tough to actually?
Oh yes. It was very tough to remember all the founding fathers and all the Pledge of Allegiance, just to learn stuff like that if you're coming from a different place.
Did you go to school here in the United States?
Actually, I'm going to college here in the United States, yes. I came as a student here, F1 student, on an F1 student visa.
Did you use the CDs that they provide you with?
Yes, I use the CDs just in my vehicle as I traveled back and forth from work. I just played them over and they were really helpful. And the book itself, and my wife really helped me, with taking tests and just reviewing and revising and everything. So it was even when we're cooking or we're just sitting down, she would ask me questions. And so it's been, I'll miss that. Yeah.
Why did you wait for so long from the day that you took your test to the ceremony?
Because of COVID, it's just taking a little bit longer now for them to process things a little faster, but they still are continuously doing it. So yeah.
That was the reason why you're doing it today.
Mm-hmm.
You were one of 31 people that
yes.
got the citizenship today. Can you describe, since we cannot be inside of that room, very shortly, can you describe what was the feeling inside of it?
It was very welcoming to hear the judge say what he said. It was extremely welcoming and very inviting. And it really made us feel like we're part of something that we belong, just like we all belong to the United States.
The USCIS has resumed in-person services for most of its procedures. However, some of them are abbreviated for time due to the pandemic. Normally, the citizenship ceremony would end with a message from the president. The USCIS has now cut the message for time and has instead made it public online.
Welcome, my fellow Americans. First and foremost, I want to thank you for choosing us, believing that America is worthy of your aspirations, the courage to leave your homes, your lives, your loved ones, and come to a nation that is more than just a place, but rather an idea that where everyone is created equal and deserves to be treated equally. And today, you've earned a new title equal to that of an American president, the title I'm most proud of, citizen of the United States of America. I look forward to standing with you as you embrace your new rights and responsibilities.
Definitely one of the most important landmarks in my life, my whole entire life. Not like a birthday, it's a one-time thing, so it's a very, very honorable day for me, It is a process that takes a lot of patience, but a process that is extremely worth it because of all the rights that you do get at the end of it. And you've got to, if you're here, you have to belong, you have to be part of. And to be part of, you would have to be a citizen,
And that is a good point, because it's not just about taking, but it's about giving.
Giving as well,
right?
Yes. The judge spoke about that. Yes, it's a responsibility. It actually is a responsibility as much as it is a gift. So, yeah.
You've been here since 2003.
Yes.
It's 18 years almost.
Yes.
Right? How was it to move to a different country?
Extremely big culture shock. Very big difference. Different ways of doing things. I had to learn different laws, different rules, and different lifestyle. And it's just been a very, very big time of growth.
Now that you are a U.S. citizen, do you like people to address you as a U.S. citizen or as a Zimbabwean citizen?
As a U.S. citizen. Yeah, it's been a very long road, so it's definitely a U.S. citizen.
On an average day, the USCIS will welcome 3,195 new U.S. citizens at naturalization ceremonies. Hilda Castaneda was a child when she came to the United States from El Salvador. Her single mother could not give a decent life to Hilda and her sister.
What do you do now?
Right now I work for LinkedIn for their talent solutions recruiter product. I'm a dedicated bilingual consultant.
Okay, did you go to school here?
Yes, I went to Bellevue University.
So you do have a college degree?
I do, yes. I graduated with a business administration degree.
How did you feel in the ceremony? What is the feeling inside that building?
It's a proud moment. It's a big achievement and accomplishment. It's not easy to become a citizen. It's not easy to go through the process. And yeah, it's just...
What do you mean it's not easy? Is the test per se, or is the procedures?
It's just based on, I guess, on your history, based on a person to person. Sometimes the process can take years. It's just a long process, and just that expectancy of what's going to happen. What are they going to ask? What are they going to need? Am I going to be able to provide all the documentation that they need? Will I meet all the requirements? So yeah.
How about the test?
The test?
The preparation for it?
So really it wasn't that hard. I just grabbed all the questions from the website, the USCIS website, and it was 100 questions. And yeah, it wasn't bad. You know, many of the questions were some things that I already saw myself back in high school, back in school. So I was very familiar to many of those questions. But yeah.
But you did study?
I did definitely study, yes. It was a total of 100 questions. So yeah, you definitely have to study because you don't know what questions they're going to ask. They ask a total of 10 questions out of the 100. So yes, you definitely need to know those answers.
The USCIS has a wealth of information on citizenship. On its website, there is a special page, Citizenship Resource Center, that has detailed information preparing for it. The test of citizenship that each candidate has to take is one of the main and final components.
With regard to the test, if someone is hesitant, doesn't have excellent control of English, and fears that won't be able to grasp the content and to be able to answer the right question, what would your advice would be to a person that is going through that dilemma?
Yeah, no, I would totally understand, you know, their fear. I would say don't fear about that. I have the perfect example that would be my grandma. My grandma came to the United States 20, 30 plus years ago, and she does not speak English very well. But not only that, she doesn't read, she doesn't know how to write, and she took the test. She passed the test the first time. So if she was able to do it without knowing, you know, those basic things that most of us know, then anybody can do it.
How did she do it? Did you help her to do it?
Yeah, we helped her. My mom, me, my sister, we all studied with her. This was a few years ago. But yes, I'm sure that was a very proud moment for her just because of all those, you know, things. Her not knowing how to read or write, and the language as well. It's not, you know, her best, but yeah, anybody could do it.
All right. When did you feel more emotional? When you passed the test or when you took the oath today?
Actually, when I passed the test. Yes, that was more emotional just because, you know, you want to make sure that you say all the right answers. You want to make sure that everything goes perfect that day. That is the most important one. The ceremony is important as well, but the biggest thing is passing that test.
Okay. And do you get to go back to El Salvador? My assumption is that you're not able to?
No, I can. Yes,
Okay.
I actually already went back a few years ago to visit.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope to go back again. I still have family, and then yes.
So when do you refer to yourself? Do you call yourself a Salvadorian American or American
Well,
Salvadorian?
now that is something new I'm going to have to practice because I used to refer myself as a Salvadorian. So that is a great question. Haven't thought about that yet
Right.
until now, but yes, I will have to practice that.
Okay.
Now I'm an American.
The USCIS is huge, with a workforce of 19,000 federal employees and contractors that process more than 8 million immigration and naturalization benefit requests each year.
We're assisting the courts with a judicial naturalization ceremony. So we have 2 socially distanced ceremonies of about 16 applicants each from all over the world, and it's really great to see these ceremonies happening and more frequently happening in the community.
William Connor is the director of the Omaha Field Office that serves the entire state of Nebraska, South Dakota, and western Iowa.
What is your feeling? Are people anxious? Do they study for the test?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, they study quite a bit, and it's always good to see. Sometimes they think the test wasn't hard enough because they studied so hard.
So it's not just like by default you will pass the test.
No. I mean, not everybody passes the naturalization test.
No.
I mean, there is a standard, and some people just don't make that standard, and they can always retry, refile, or get a second interview.
What is the feeling to be an immigration officer, especially before this ceremony? What is your motivation for that?
Oh, well, I mean, with COVID and everything going on right now, it's kind of hard because we have to keep people distance. We can't shake hands at these ceremonies, and we have to keep people safe, and family members can't always be in the ceremony. So that's been a big difference since the COVID started. But I mean, I'm always just so happy to be at these ceremonies and to see this process work itself out.
The pandemic did not save the USCIS, and the backlog was growing rapidly. The USCIS had to do something. As Deborah Cannon, a spokesperson at USCIS, puts it in an email, it was impressive to see so many people thinking outside the box to come up with ways to make people's American dream come true by making them U.S. citizens. Ceremonies were held in parking garages, parking lots, stadiums, virtually, and yes, drive-through.
When the pandemic first started, we shut our offices down for about a 2-month period, and we had a lot of applicants that were waiting to get oath. And what we did was we set up parking lot naturalization ceremonies. We would have people drive in, go through a checkpoint where we do COVID screening questions. They'd go up to another checkpoint, get the necessary paperwork done, and then they would drive to where they would receive the oath of allegiance. They would get their certificate. They would never leave their car. It was safe at the time, and it worked out really well, and we were able to bring down our people who were pending oath and bring that population down where it had been backed up when we first closed down. So I was really happy, and there was a lot of ingenuity on the part of my employees.
The field office that you direct, is it open for operation right now, or there's still limitations there?
It's open for operations right now, but at we're still in COVID mitigation. So we have restricted the number of people who are in our lobby. We have restricted the number of officers who are interviewing on a daily basis. We actually have 2 teams of adjudicators. Some are working at home, some are doing interviews in the office, and they kind of rotate.
Okay.
And we are still naturalizing as many people as we can, either administratively or through judicial ceremonies like the one here at the court.
Okay, and whoever is interested can get information about your office online, is that correct?
Yes, correct. At uscis.gov, you can get almost all the information about naturalization or adjustment of status, green card applications. All the applications that USCIS adjudicates, there's information about those on uscis.gov.
The USCIS has recently put a lot of weight on the online application. The website is easy to navigate, detailing the entire process from how to get a visa to becoming a citizen. The best way to receive updates from the USCIS is to check the website at uscis.gov, follow USCIS social media accounts, sign up for email updates, or check out the Department of Homeland Security's social hub.
These ceremonies are probably the best part of my job, being the field office director. I love doing the ceremonies, either administrative ceremonies where I'm actually giving the oath, or watching these ceremonies and seeing the smiles. Even though with the mask on you can't always see the smile, but you can see the eyes. And these people are always so excited to get this benefit and become U.S. citizens that it just makes my day.